If the president's going to throw down on FDR and Churchill, I've decided this is a teaching opportunity. People can start by picking up a copy of The Splendid and the Vile, written by the splendid Erik Larson. Though it occurs to me, Kim, the comparison to Churchill falls apart in a couple of ways. Number one, Churchill was honest and forthright with the people of his island nation about the dire consequences and the threat they faced, one. Number two, I don't think he ever said it is what it is when referring to the death toll following the Blitz.
You're absolutely right, Brian. And FDR certainly was honest with the American people when he led the country through one of the most difficult times in our nation's history. There is a big difference there. I would love to also see the president cite other accomplishments of both of those men without the help of a teleprompter, because it seems when he goes off script, he goes right back to attacking Joe Biden and others and refusing to acknowledge the fact that he indeed lied to the American people. He lied to his own supporters. I mean, it's really difficult to watch these rallies where so many people who believe in this man, who support this man, had he told them in February, even if he didn't do anything different in terms of policy, had he said, this is really deadly, it's more deadly than the flu, this is very serious, exactly what he said to Bob Woodward, perhaps you would have people wearing masks, protecting themselves and their families, even if there wasn't a mandate. I have family in Michigan, and back early in the spring, one of my family members had a closing on their homes, which they conducted outside. And the notary who came, wasn't wearing a mask. And when they asked why, she said, because the virus is a hoax. This is putting people, my family, other people's family, all of those supporters out there, they're putting their lives in danger. It's putting their livelihoods in danger. People are losing their jobs. This is very serious. And as we said, as a board in today's editorial, it's evidence of incompetence in a U.S. president.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.